Head football coach Wayne Dabbs in freezing temperatures after a 21-3 victory over Strong Rock. All right, Coach, you said it in your post-game with the team and the Mount Vernon community. We didn't play our best, but we did enough to win, and that's encouraging because it's the first 7-win team in program history.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about finding a way to win a game, and, you know, hats off to Strong Rock. They always play us so well. Last year they beat us. Tommy does such a good job at scheming, preparing. We saw some different looks from them on defense, and those guys really did a great job. So hats off to those guys. That quarterback is as good as we've seen. It makes you nervous because you can have everything covered, and then he still makes big plays because he's just that good of a player. Number 2 out there on the perimeter is so good. So, hats off to those guys. Can't really give those guys enough credit, but at the same time, so proud of our guys. As you said, last week was such an emotional game. Guys just really played, clicked on all cylinders, so to speak, really played a great game. You come into a game like this, and you could have a letdown, and in some ways we didn't play great, but like I said, Strong Rock played good, and they're a good football team. So I'm not necessarily disappointed in that. Anytime you win, it's big, but we made enough plays. We kept those guys out of the end zone. Our offense established the run game. It wasn't as pretty, but when they take the pass away, you have to run the ball. And our guys stayed with it, made some decisions in the second half and some corrections, and Austin did a great job in the second half, sustaining some drives, and then Justin capping it off with a touchdown to pretty much in the game.
Strong Rock struck first. They led 3-0 after a field goal, and we put up 21 unanswered. And one of those, a kickoff return by Austin Douglas for a touchdown. That had to feel good for him, knowing what happened last year at Strong Rock.
You're exactly right. I just thought about that when you're bringing that up. But a lot of people don't kick to Austin, so he does it anytime he has the ball in his hands with open space. Our second touchdown was just a screen to him, and he's just so good in open space. So absolutely.
I don't know if I should add that out.
That's our athletic director. Just probably the best tackle that we've had tonight by far. He ran through the tackle. It was a great job. Got his head on the right side.
So a great run by Austin, and now that the game's over, we're in the playoffs, and that's an exciting time for this program.
Yeah, there was a time where that wasn't the norm, and this group's that's become an MV norm, so to speak, with the football program. These guys have done such a good job. And it looks like we potentially could host another for the second year in a row. And these guys, and it's not anybody, nobody deserves credit other than those players. That group has bought in. They understand how hard it is to win games in the state of Georgia, and they practice and they prepare, and they took some lumps early in their career, and they were able to learn from it and grow from it and become better players because of it. So absolutely, and to win 7 games in the regular season, that's a historic moment for us as well. We've won 7 games, but we had to win playoff games to get to it. So for this group, especially these seniors, to get to win 7 regular season games, that's the best we've ever done. So proud that they were able to accomplish that today.
A good finish to the regular season finale, honoring our senior football players and our also fall senior athletes as well. That was a nice moment on the field.
Absolutely, and we talked about this in the pregame. We have great kids at Mount Vernon. Some of the best I've ever been around. Family environment, these guys, especially this senior class that we're talking about. We've got great kids all the way across the board, but specifically our seniors in all sports, great leaders in the classroom, in the community, great leaders for our younger kids. We talked about a lot of these seniors, they'll play on a Friday night, home or away, and then they're up here on Saturday mornings leading Mustangs in training, being a great example, giving back to the community, being leaders and role models for those young kids. So just can't say enough good things about this group, and we're going to miss them next year, but I'm equally excited about seeing what God's got for them in the next chapter of their life.
Coach, congrats on the win on senior night, and we will talk to you as we get ready for the postseason.